The carnival atmosphere has already started here in Sao Paulo as Brazil welcomes the Formula One Grand Prix. The Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache has been a staple of the racing calendar for decades, and soon we'll once again be watching the best drivers in the world give it their all. The Sao Paulo track is beautifully designed to present an enticing challenge for teams and drivers alike. Between medium-speed S-corners, hill climbs, and the high-speed section after Junção, this circuit calls for cars to have a balanced setup to succeed here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One. Welcome back to what is proving to be an exciting weekend of Formula One racing, with practice coming to a close today and qualifying set to follow. Time and time again, we see just how little separates the drivers as they complete their qualifying laps. Those who have pushed that little bit harder during qualifying can be rewarded with a grid place that sets them apart from their competitors going into the race. What does today have in store? Only time will tell. Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying, and they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result. McLaren's performance during qualifying was stellar. They're in pretty much the ideal position for the race. We've been having sunny weather here today, but there are some clouds looming that might complicate things for teams further down the line.
As ever though, the teams will be paying close attention to their strategies as the race approaches. Here we go, folks. This is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. Taking a look at Mercedes now. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. We've got the other Mercedes here. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalize on it? The teams are ready to go. Who will win? Only time will tell. Here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go!
Your fastest man on track.
like a few cars have crashed. Let's take a look at the replay. Now just focus on the Haas. Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later. We've just had a car run wide. Here's the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. And they've gone wide. Way wide. Was that a lock-up on the track? Let's have a look. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. They've locked up, but that could have been much worse. Oh, did someone run wide there? Let's take a closer look. Now we see the Williams here. They've gone wide. They won't be happy about that. And there's an overtake from Williams. It's a race position gained from Mercedes. Sounds like someone's locked up. Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that. Did somebody spin out there? We can take a look now. Oh, and that's a crash. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. There's the crash. Sounds like someone's gone wide there. We're just watching the Red Bull. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Well, I don't know what they were thinking there. They're completely off the racing line.
Easily the fastest there by country mile.
Mercedes moved up a place. Let's take a look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted. we've had a spin. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They spun the car. What a disaster.
So box at the end of this lap.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. Looks like there's been a lockup. Here's the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. It's a lockup, and that could be costly. It's a race position gained for Mercedes. Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. A bold move indeed, and with that, they've gained a position. The driver's team there cheering them on. It's a race position gained for a Mercedes. Let's have a look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Goodness me, there they go, moving ahead of the other driver. The team watching on and clearly loving that.
So box, box, box.
Seems to have been a lockup. We can take a look now. Now just focus on the Haas. And there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame. They've locked up and gone straight on. victory, advance the race position. I think there's been a lockup. Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. That lockup could have cost them dearly. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances. Someone's run wide. Let's see what happened there. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Oh no! And there's the crash. Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later. The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there. It's a collision! Here's the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. And that's a big smash! They'll have felt that. We've just had a spin. Sounds like a spin. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. What a spin! I think someone's run wide. We can take a look now. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. They've taken that far too wide, and now they're paying the price. Mercedes moved up a place. Let's have a look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Goodness me, there they go, moving ahead of the other driver. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Sounds like we've had a spin. Let's take a look at the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. And yes, that's where they spin out.
Reduce, lift and coast. And 2 more laps. And please increase a lift and coast. We just got 1 lap remaining. Just push. We have checkered flag now.
No big worries here for Mercedes. Their driver did fairly well today. There's no doubt that Mercedes have a lot of potential. Now they need to figure out how to make it work for them.
There's no rest for F1 teams. Let's hope their hard work can get them closer to exceeding expectations in the next race.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
Formula One has almost reached its conclusion this year. Meet us next time in Abu Dhabi, between the desert and the sea, for an enthralling finale.